it's Aurora and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Hi, I talk about books and writing, and today I am going to be talking about feedback, in particular for writers, how to give it if you are a reader, and how to get the best possible feedback from your friends if you are a writer. Because here's the thing, not all feedback is created equally, and we are going to get into that, and we're going to start off with the tips for the readers. Number one, make notes. Now here's the thing, if you are getting sent a Word document and you are the only person with access to it, you can leave little highlights in there. If it's Google Docs, you've got the sidebar where you can highlight and then leave a note referring to it. Don't do this if it is a document that many people are going to be reading, because the thing is, you're going to influence what other readers are reading, and you're going to influence them whether you like it or not, because it is impossible to ignore it, and it also makes things harder to read when there's like a million different highlights going on, a load of notes that you're trying desperately to ignore. Same goes for if it is a printed copy. Make sure that it is your copy and you can leave notes in it and stuff, because otherwise if it's getting handed around, you're going to make it harder for other people to read if there's little notes scrawled in the margins and stuff like that. Just always make sure you are not messing with a copy that is someone else's or being shared necessarily. Best possible way is either in a notebook and then you can talk about it with them face to face if that's what you're doing, or in an email so you can then just send it over to them and they have everything. And don't skimp on the details, because just to sit there and say I liked it and leave it at that, or I didn't like it and leave it at that, or I was indifferent to it and leave it at that, we don't learn anything from that. We can't improve our work if you just say I liked it. Heck, if I hear, oh yeah, I really liked it, and that's it, I'm kind of going to assume you didn't read it and didn't have the heart to tell me, or maybe you read it and didn't like it and don't have the heart to tell me. The devil is in the details. You really, really do need to give as much information as you can, because we are needy little creatures as us writers, and we want that detail. Number two, be objective. Here's the thing. You might be getting asked to read something that is not to your tastes, and I've had this happen before. I had a friend ask me to edit their poetry. I hate poetry. I know I'm probably going to get, thrown out of AuthorTube and all the writing communities for saying it, but I don't like poetry. I never have. I've tried. I like some William Blake and that is it. But my friend knows that even when I don't enjoy something, I can be objective. And now he's written a novel. He has said, I don't know if this is something you would enjoy, but I know you will give me honest feedback. Whether something is well written or badly written, what needs work, things like that. I will leave whether it is something I would pick up at the door and just read it for what it is. If you are giving feedback or editing your friend's work in any capacity, you need to be able to do. So yeah, just be as honest as you can be that, look, I didn't enjoy it. However, I didn't enjoy it because it's not something I would pick up, but this character is so brilliantly written, or, this character really needed some work, or your descriptions are fantastic. Or, okay, I'm probably not going to say that because me and descriptions are not friends, but you get what I mean. It is picking those details out that help improve the writing for the next draft. And off the back of being objective, number three, be kind. Now, here's the thing. Your writer friend has trusted you with their work. And, if you're going to just sit there and be horrible, you're just going to betray that trust. They're not going to ask for your opinion on stuff again. And it might even affect your friendship. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a friend read some of my stuff last year. We were reading each other's, I think, first chapters. And he turned around to me and said, oh, I was worried this was going to be bad, but you're actually a good writer. And now he didn't mean it to be nasty. It was kind of hard to read it as anything but a bit mean. And, I did actually, I didn't say anything straight away, but a week or two later I was like, dude, you don't think that was a bit hurtful? That you didn't think I can? He's like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. It's just, you get, and I was like, dude, how else am I going to take this? He was actually the one who suggested this video. So he doesn't make the same mistake again. We talked about it, and he was just like, he explained why he said it. He said he didn't mean it to be horrible. He didn't mean it to be mean, and he was really sorry that my feelings got hurt, and we're all good. And I'm still going to read his work, and he's going to continue to read mine. So yeah, just be kind. We are sensitive little creatures, us writers. So, on the note of writers, let's talk about what writers can do to get the best possible feedback. Number 1, give the best and cleanest and most up-to-date version of your work. Now, if you go giving something that is full of typos and is hard to follow because it is so messy, like chapters are all over the place because you wrote them out of order and didn't put them in order. Thankfully, that one's never happened. You are not giving the best possible version of your work. You are making giving feedback very hard. And also, if you're not giving the most up-to-date version, and then, they're halfway through reading a novel, you just go, actually, this version, because this has got dinosaurs in it. I don't know. But, this is the most up-to-date one. And it's like, why didn't you give me that in the first place? I hadn't finished it. What? No, I want the most up-to-date version because I'm not going to go reading a million versions of the same novel. Now, all right, I probably will read a few versions. If you are, doing another draft, I will happily read it to look at, what changes have been made, does it still work, and go from there. But you can't go giving some rough, messy whatever. I am actually going to be giving my first draft of my Nano project to someone as I do the chapters. I have reasons for that. I wouldn't do it with anyone else. It's just my partner who's going to be reading them as I go. So yeah, be up to date. I'm still going to make sure it reads okay, give it a skim. So yeah, the best version of your work to critique means you will get the best critiques. Number 2, on the subject of critiques, don't take criticism personally. Now, we are all guilty of this, myself included. I have had my times where I sit back and go, hang on, you mean you said this? How dare you? I am the most wonderful, talented, skillful writer in the universe. Of course I'm fucking not. But, we still have those moments of grandeur in our heads, and we do need to be brought back down to earth. But, don't take it personally. And it is easy to, because this is something we've worked so hard on. And I had to learn this as a copywriter at times, where I was like, I'm so proud of this, because I think I finally nailed it. Especially early when I was still learning the tone of voice in my old company. And then it was like, here's all the edits you've got to make. And I'm fine. It's not personal. It is just opinions. And, it's okay to have someone tell you they didn't love something and why. Because this is how you learn. If you can't take criticisms, you're never going to improve as a writer. The criticism is where we learn. When we're doing well, we're not learning new stuff. We're just keeping a level playing field of where we are. You need to make mistakes to get better. So yeah, don't beat your friends up because they have been honest with you. If they've been an asshole about it and gone, you're a shit writer, I mean, that's a bit different. Take that one a bit personally and tell them to shove off. If all your friends tell you you're a bad writer, I mean, you might want to reconsider your friend group or reconsider your writing. Because if all of my friends told me a short story was bad, I would rewrite it in a big way. Or I'd just go, maybe it's the idea that's bad. But yeah, anyway, moving on from taking criticism personally, because we can go into this for a while. Number 3, make notes. Because if your readers have made notes and got back to you with a laundry list of stuff that they liked, didn't like, and the follow-ups on it, the least you can do is take those notes and actually have a copy of them. Now, whether they have sent it in an email, which is great because then you've just got it in front of you, or you are writing down everything they've said as fast as you can, even if you're recording it as a voice note thing, you've still got a copy. And the thing is, if you've got, say, 3 different people giving you feedback, if one person says, I didn't like something, and 2 people said they liked it, you can cherry pick and go, okay, they didn't, but other people, more people did than didn't. So we can keep that. If everyone said, I didn't like something, then, you know, it's time to consider killing your darlings. And, you know, it's all those little things that having all of it in front of you means that you can cross-check stuff to see where the weaknesses lie, and that's where you grow. And number 4, because I'm giving the writers an extra one, because I'm a writer, damn it, and we deserve more. Don't be afraid to ask follow-up questions. If you've got something like written down that's, you know, oh, I found an issue with this character doing X, Y, and Z, and you're not sure why, or they haven't really elaborated enough for you, give them a bell, send them a text, email them, whatever, smoke signals if you prefer. But get in contact with them and say, oh, you said this, can I just ask you to elaborate a little? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's, again, this is your critiques. This is how you learn. So yeah, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask for more information if you need it. That said, it is about to be NaNoWriMo. I am really excited. I am chomping at the bit. Unfortunately, my Nano is looking very different this year because I was supposed to be in Devon. I am not. I am still in London. I am now, my life is completely in boxes if I swirl this camera around. It is not a cute look. It is not fun. I am going to be here for a little while longer due to some issues with moving, but hopefully that will all be sorted soon. And yeah, have a wonderful Nano, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.